everyone, welcome to my October 2019 beauty favorites and fails. I'm really looking forward to sharing these favorites with you this month. There are so many excellent products in here, including one that is probably the most unusual product I've ever shown on my channel. And I do also have a couple very disappointing fails that I will get to at the end. So if you're interested in seeing what my October 2019 favorites and fails were, then please keep on watching. I have to say that favorites videos really are my favorite videos to film. Because when I try a new product, whether it's new to the market or new to me, I really do get so excited about sharing them with you. And when there's something that's really hyped up that I didn't like, don't like, struggled with, I like to share that too. So let's begin with this eyeshadow primer. This is the Louise eyeshadow base. Anytime I talk about eyeshadow primer on my channel, which let's face it, is a lot because eyeshadow primer is something that I really can't live without. And I've seen this recommendation come up over and over in my comments. Risa, you have to try this Louise eyeshadow base. It's amazing. And I'd never even heard of it. I guess Louise there's a makeup academy in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably should have researched this before I started the video. Anyway, I was in Atlanta for my cousin's wedding in early October, and we had some downtime in between, events, and my family and I, some members of my family and I, we went to Lenox Mall, and there's a Morphe store there, and I walked in and I saw this, and I immediately, something clicked in my head that I'd seen this before. This is that eyeshadow base that my viewers had recommended to me, and I want to say it was around $18. Again, I probably should have looked this up before I started filming, but the correct information and links will be in the description. And it came in, I think, 4 shades, Rumour 1, 2, 3, and 4, perhaps. So I chose number 2, and it really is great. And I can see why people recommended this to me, because I've always complained about I've always said how I prefer an eyeshadow primer that neutralizes the skin on the lid. It's color correcting as well as it keeps your eyeshadow on. And so this one sort of has a peachy undertone to it, and it really does neutralize the skin on my lid. So it gives me a smooth, even canvas to work on, and it keeps my eyeshadow on all day. This stuff is like glue. It's really good. All right, staying on the eyes, I've got 2 eyeshadow palette favorites for the month. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Carli Bybel palette. It is what I have on my eyes right now, and I'm sure you've all seen it before, but here it is again. As with most ABH palettes, there was a lot of hype surrounding this. My first thought was, no, you do not need another eyeshadow palette. You're not buying this. And then, to no one's surprise, I bought it. Once I saw it in person, I was sucked in. I've always felt that Carli's makeup aesthetic was very similar to what I like. It's very glam, but pretty, sparkly, girly. I mean, if I were Carli's age, I'd be watching all of her videos and following all of her tutorials step by step. I just think she is, I don't know her personally, but she seems very sweet. And as I mentioned, I really like her makeup style. And her palette is very much her. I really love the overall softness of this palette. The glitters and shimmers go on really nicely pigmented with your finger. I've tried some of them with a damp brush, but I find, as with a lot of glitters, they are applied best with just your fingertip. And I love these 2 neutral shades right here. These are like my perfect everyday crease shades or lid shades. If you follow me on Instagram, over the weekend I posted a photo from a Halloween party that I went to on Friday night where I dressed up as sort of a 1920s, not really a flapper, but more of a Great Gatsby-esque costume. I'll put a picture in, why not? I'll pop one in on the screen. And I wore these, I did a very dark 1920s smoky eye, but I used a little bit of these shimmery, glittery silvers right on the center of my lid. It was hard to see because of my hooded eyes, but when I looked down, I'm pretty sure people could see it. And I could see it in the mirror, and I thought it was stunning. And this is the color that I have on my lid right now, the shade called My Angels. It's really creamy, really pigmented. So I'm loving this palette. I've been reaching for it a lot. One thing I don't want to forget to say about that palette is that there is quite a bit of kick up when you're working with the eyeshadows. They're very, very soft. And so at least in my palette, every time I work with it, I do get a lot of, kick up of the eyeshadow all over the palette. And there is fallout when you apply it to your eyes. So a lot of times when I work with that palette, I will do my eyes first. Speaking of fallout, this one kind of has it too, but I still love it. This is the City Mini Palette from Maybelline in 480 Matte About Town. I discovered this palette about 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was watching a Maybelline 90s supermodel tutorial. I actually did a video about the tip I learned, the cut crease tip I learned from Erin Parsons in that Maybelline video, and so I went ahead and made my own video about the tip. I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description, but this was the palette that she used in the video. I was intrigued. I've never used one of these City Mini palettes before, so I went to Walgreens and purchased it, and this is a fantastic everyday palette. If you are in the market for some, let's face it, some boring neutrals, but very affordable and decent quality, not even decent quality, good quality, this is something that I would recommend, and I've been reaching for it a lot when I'm just going to run some errands and I just need something like just super fast and easy. This is a great palette. Yes, it's all matte, which some people like, some people don't, but I think for an everyday running errands look, just there's really no need for glitter and shimmer unless that's your thing. Trust me, I've been seen at the grocery store many times with glitter on. But most of the time, I do prefer just to reach for something like this, and it's an excellent little palette. Now, I did receive some comments on that video where I used this, asking me if it was a limited edition eyeshadow palette, where I bought it, because they can't seem to find it anywhere. I purchased this, like I said, at Walgreens right after I saw the video, maybe the next day, so about, again, 2-3 weeks ago. And then I was also at Ulta recently, and I saw it there, so I'm not sure why people are having difficulty finding it. Okay, moving on to my lip favorites. I purchased this little set from KKW Beauty at Ulta the other day. It was $39 for 2 lipsticks and a lip gloss. I've used other KKW Beauty lipsticks in the past, and I've actually really liked them. They're very creamy. I've been wanting the shade 3 Nude. I've got Nude 1, which is way too light for me, but I use it over, in the center of other lipsticks to lighten them, give my lips a more pouty look. I also have 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 4, but for some reason I didn't have 3. So I was going to purchase the 3 on its own until I saw this set. So in addition to shade number 3, which is what I have on now, and this is a cream lipstick, the set also contains 90s Style, which is a matte lipstick. Actually, I have all 3 of these on because I put on the number 3 first, and then I applied a little bit of 90s Style in the center and topped it with this gloss in Rose Gold. KKW Beauty glosses are actually really nice. They're not super sticky. This one is sheer with some iridescent micro glitter, but it's not like chunky glitter. It's very, very smooth. And then my other lip favorites for the month are, first, this Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss in Pillow Talk. This, I believe, was available at Nordstrom during the anniversary sale in a set with a Pillow Talk lipstick and liner. And I didn't purchase it at that Nordstrom sale because I already owned the Pillow Talk lipstick and the liner. So it wasn't worth it for me to pay the price for just the gloss. And happily, they came out with just the gloss. And this is a really beautiful everyday gloss if you like a sort of rosy pink look. This month, I also rediscovered how much I really like these Maybelline Superstay Matte inks. I wore this shade Voyager to a party the other night, and it did not budge. Even this dark color. Eating greasy appetizers, drinking, it didn't move. We were taking a lot of pictures, and at one point I stopped to look into my mirror just to touch up, just because we were taking pictures, and I didn't need to. I couldn't believe it. My lips looked perfect. And two of my other favorite colors are Amazonian and Poet. And I actually like to layer these two. I like to apply this one first and then put a little Poet in the center. Then you can go ahead and top it with a gloss if you like more of a glossy look. But if you are looking for a long wearing lipstick, look no further. Okay, that's it for lip products as far as my favorites go, but you'll see more lip products in my fails. This month I actually have a fragrance favorite. This is the Lancome Idole. Because I am not good at describing fragrances, I'm going to read what it says on Sephora. It says that it was created by 3 female perfumers. It's made for all women, by women, sophisticated yet unapologetically modern. It bursts with notes of citrus, rose, jasmine, white musk, and vanilla. These ingredients are at the core of Idole and are ethically and sustainably sourced. It has 472 reviews on Sephora.com and almost 5 stars. And I'm not usually a fan of Lancome fragrances, but this one sold me. The bottle is beautiful, but please let me know if you have this fragrance and if you have this problem as well. So it's meant to sit on this very narrow bottom that, at least on my bottle, isn't perfectly flat. It will stand up. Obviously you can't see what I'm doing, but I just have it sitting on the table, which is fine. That's how I put it on my perfume tray. But it is so easily knocked over, it kind of wobbles. Like right now it's wobbling. And I just can't tell you how many times this thing has knocked over. I do love the fragrance though. It smells amazing, but I'm just gonna lay it on its side. And my final favorite before we get into those fails, it's the Caudalie Beauty Elixir for a smoothing and glowing complexion. This was a total impulse purchase at the checkout line at Sephora. The checkout line at Sephora is like when you're a kid and you go to the grocery store with your mom and there's all that bubble gum and candy and you just want all the bubble gum and candy, but your mom says no. And my mom always said no to the gum and candy. But now at Sephora, I have no one to tell me, no, you don't need it, you can't have it. So I'm standing there waiting in line, I pick this up, I smell it, it smells like a spa. I don't really own anything like this. I haven't used much from the brand. Into my basket it went. Honestly, I didn't know what this was supposed to do when I purchased it. I just thought that it smelled great and it's so refreshing. According to the website, it says that it is a natural, innovative toning mist that sets makeup, provides an instant burst of radiance, tightens the appearance of pores, featuring the same best-selling formula with a new improved pump to finely and evenly distribute the lightweight mist. Yes, I don't know if you could see when I sprayed it, but it's a very, very fine, lightweight mist. So I'm really loving this. And now, I can't believe I almost forgot to show you the super strange favorite of the month. This is the Dawn Platinum Foam Dishwashing Foam. I saw this recommended on Instagram by Makeup by Candace, and of course I will tag her. She was talking about how she uses it as her brush cleaner and how amazing it is. She's a professional working makeup artist. She does jobs all week long, bridal parties. Like, I'm retired. I don't really do freelance work anymore. She's still in it. That's her job. And if she says that it's amazing for brushes, and you know how often she's probably washing her pro set of brushes. If she says it's good, I'm sold. And I bought it and I think it's amazing. It really does work better than any brush cleaner I've ever tried. And it also works amazingly well on beauty blenders. Look at this before and after of my beauty blender. I took this morning. These photos were taken 60 seconds apart. I literally took the picture, went in, washed it with a little bit of this foam, and then took another picture. It's amazing. I'm sure a lot of you already know about this and I'm just late to the party on it. But if you didn't know, you're gonna thank me for sharing this and you're welcome. All right, now it's time for the fails. This first eyeliner, I have a love-hate relationship with. To be quite honest with you, this could have been a favorite. except the more I tried it, the more I realized that for me personally, it's a fail. The reviews on Sephora are very good. Oh, I probably should tell you what it is. It's the Huda Beauty Life Liner. On one end, you've got a liquid eyeliner, and on the other end, you've got a twist up black eye pencil. Both sides are black. So when I heard that this was a very dark black budge-proof liquid eyeliner, I got excited, and seeing the reviews come in that were very good, I went ahead and bought it. However, I have many issues with this eyeliner. One, the applicator is way too wide. The first time I tried to use this liquid eyeliner, and mind you, I'm not a novice when it comes to liquid eyeliner. I've been using liquid eyeliner for years. I've done many tutorials on how to apply liquid eyeliner. I think I know what I'm doing. However, the first time I went to go use this, I got a huge glob of the formula, the liquid, all over my lashes. I mean, it was a mess. And especially being someone with hooded eyes, where it's difficult to apply eyeliner in the first place, where you've got to sort of, tug at your eyes a little bit to, get that straight line, it was a mess. So the next time I went to go use it, I decided I was going to wipe off the excess first and then apply it. However, when you do that, not enough product comes out. And I found myself having to go back in quite a few more times. Now, the makeup artist in me says, well, just use a different brush. But all of you watching out there, you're not going to be using a different brush. You're probably not going to take the time. And I wouldn't recommend that you do that, because there are so many other liquid eyeliners on the market that you don't have to do that. I will say that this is probably the blackest eyeliner I've ever tried, and it stays on, but it's just not user-friendly, especially if you're a beginner, especially if you have hooded lids or aging eyes where the skin isn't as taut. So maybe the reviews for this are all from young girls that are just winged eyeliner pros. I'm just looking out for my viewers, and I'm well aware of my demographic and the majority of people that are watching my videos. I can't recommend it. Okay, so my next fail is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Nude Lip Set. It launched at the same time as the Carli Bybel palette, and I usually really enjoy ABH liquid lipsticks. They're not my favorite liquid lipstick formula, but I love a nude, and I love a shimmery gloss. So I thought, oh wow, a whole set, and yeah, none of these work for me. None of them. This one right here, this shade Sand, oh my goodness, corpse lips, 100% corpse lips. This next shade called On Mute, it wasn't horrible, but it just had too much brown and mauve for my skin tone. It just was not flattering. This shade right here called Peachy was kind of similar to the corpse lips of Sand, but just in a peachy tone Death Lips. And then this metallic one called Beaming. Oh my goodness, this reminded me of 7th grade frosted pink, which looked so beautiful against the silver of my braces. No, that's sarcasm right there. It was awful. I don't know why I thought that looked cute. And I'm not totally opposed to metallic liquid lipsticks. I have one from Natasha Denona that I really like, but that one has more of a bronzy tone to it, and it's a little bit darker. This Shimmer Vibes gloss isn't bad. In fact, I think it's the only product I'm going to use out of this entire set. So yeah. And my final fail for October is the MAC Studio Fix Soft Matte Foundation Stick. Okay, I love MAC Studio Fix Fluid. It's one of my holy grails. I've been using it for years. I've spoken about it many, many, many times on my channel. I had seen a makeup artist that I follow. I can't even remember his name right now. Faces by Rob, maybe? Someone that I follow on Instagram was raving about this. And I get a MAC pro discount, so I decided to try it. I purchased NC25. I found all of the shades to be extremely yellow. Even the ones that weren't supposed to be yellow, they're supposed to be cool, were yellow. And then others were just almost like mustardy yellow. It was strange. So I've never had good luck with stick foundation, so I don't know what possessed me to get this. I guess it was just the glowing recommendation of this makeup artist. It went on nicely. The coverage was great. However, after about 4 hours, it started breaking apart. I started looking really oily. And yes, it says it's a soft matte. It doesn't claim to be oil controlling. In fact, I don't even think it's oil free. It just says that it's medium buildable coverage, natural matte finish, convenient on-the-go stick, multi-use formula for foundation, touch-ups, contouring, and concealing. Yeah, I could see using it in a lighter color as a concealer or in a darker color as a contour. But for my foundation, no. Okay, I guess it's time to close out another monthly beauty favorites and fails. This one for October 2019. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, I really appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. All of the links to the products will be listed in the description box, as I always try to do, as well as links to my sweater, the earrings that are also favorites, and the Halo hair extension. So that'll do it. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon.